He was a hero. He was a traitor. He was paid $5 million. He refused $50 million more. He died twice. And his mother announced it first. Every file in this room belongs to someone the world forgot, or wanted to forget. This one is number one. The scientist who disappeared in Mecca, who reappeared in Arizona, who went home to a hero's welcome, and who was hanged 5 years later in a prison no one could name. His name was Shahram Amiri, born in Kermanshah, 1977, a Kurdish boy with a talent for mathematics. By 30, he was working on radioactive isotopes at Malek Ashtar University of Technology in Tehran, an institution quietly controlled by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. He was not the most senior scientist in Iran's nuclear program. He was something more useful. He was the one who knew the names. He also had a wife and a son, Amir Hossein, 7 years old when his father disappeared. Remember that boy. The whole story turns on him. There is the official file, and then there is this. Footage that never aired. Recordings the agency marked, "Do not distribute." A version of the story nobody was meant to see. We will get to that, when the rest of the file makes sense. Not before. Let's start where he ended up, and work backwards from the rope. June 3rd, 2009, Medina, Saudi Arabia. A 31-year-old nuclear physicist from Tehran boards a pilgrim bus with 2,000 other Iranians. He is wearing a white ihram, no phone, no wallet, just a prayer book and a small leather case. He completes the afternoon prayer. He is last seen buying dates from a street vendor near the Al-Masjid an-Nabawi. And then, he is gone. Not left, not detained. Gone, as if he had never existed. 300 miles away, in a modest apartment in western Tehran, a phone rings at 2 in the morning. A woman answers. Her name is Azar. She is his wife. It is not her husband on the line. It is the Saudi tour operator. He uses a careful phrase. "Madam, your husband did not return to the hotel." Azar will not sleep again for 72 hours. This is his passport, issued in Tehran, valid through 2013. The last Saudi entry stamp is dated May 28, 2009. There is no exit stamp. He never officially left Saudi Arabia. And yet, he did. Within 72 hours, two governments made two very different statements. Tehran first. The United States has kidnapped an Iranian citizen on holy soil. This is an act of war. Washington second. The State Department has no information regarding any such individual. Both governments were lying, just not in the way you would expect. To understand why both sides lied, you need to understand what Shahram Amiri carried in his head. Not documents, not files. Memory. Natanz, a sprawling nuclear complex 150 miles south of Tehran. 3 cascade halls. 54,000 centrifuges planned, capable of producing weapons-grade uranium in a matter of months. Amiri did not design these machines. He did not operate them. He was something rarer. He knew the people who did. 18 names: physicists, metallurgists, engineers, the entire human spine of Iran's nuclear program. He had worked with every single one of them. This is why, in Iran, there is no asset more valuable than a man like Shahram Amiri, and why, in Washington, there is no asset more dangerous. The CIA had been watching him for 2 years, a joint operation. American intelligence, French DGSE, German BND. 3 services, 1 target. They approached him through an intermediary, a conference contact, a shared friend, a business proposal. The first meetings happened not in Tehran, not in Washington, but in Dubai and Istanbul. Neutral ground, plausible ground. By the time Amiri boarded that pilgrim bus in Medina, the operation had been running for almost 18 months. He was not kidnapped on holy soil. He walked 7,000 miles from Mecca, in a quiet cul-de-sac outside Tucson, Arizona. A light turns on in a house that the neighbors were told belonged to an engineering student from Lebanon. It is July 12, 2009. Shahram Amiri has just walked through the front door. His wife in Tehran is still waking up in the night, calling his phone, listening to it ring into silence. His 7-year-old son is asking when Baba is coming home. And Shahram Amiri is unpacking a suitcase in the desert. For a man who has never lied to his family before, this is the first lie. It will not be the last. The desert does not feel like captivity. The house in Tucson has 3 bedrooms, a blue-tiled kitchen, a small back garden with a single lemon tree. The neighbors, if asked, would describe the man who lives there as polite, quiet, foreign. They were told he was a graduate student from Lebanon. This is the cover identity the CIA provided for Shahram Amiri. Lebanese passport, Lebanese driver's license, a fabricated enrollment letter from the University of Arizona's engineering department. Nothing about it was real, except the man himself. For the first 6 weeks, Amiri was debriefed almost daily, not in the house, in a nondescript office complex on the north side of the city. 2 CIA officers, 1 translator, 1 polygraph machine, and thousands of questions. What do you know about Natanz? Who runs Cascade Hall B? How many centrifuges are operational? What is the enrichment level? Who designed the IR-2M? What is the name of the second deputy? Who is his mistress? Where does his son go to school? This is what modern espionage looks like. Not stolen documents. Human memory. The intelligence Amiri provided was later described by one American official, on background and on one condition, as the single most valuable human source we have ever had on the Iranian nuclear program. He was paid $5 million, wired to an account the CIA controlled on his behalf. He was given a university ID, though he rarely used it. And, most significantly, he was offered something else, a $50 million resettlement package. New identities for his wife Azar and his son Amir Hossein. Safe passage out of Iran. A life in France, Germany, or Canada, anywhere they chose. $50 million. A family reunited. A future. He said no. To understand why, you have to understand what was happening in Tehran. Azar had not been told where her husband was. She had been told he was missing. She had been told he may have been kidnapped. She had been told nothing that was true. But her 7-year-old son was writing letters, short letters, in the careful Persian handwriting of a child just learning cursive, addressed to Baba, delivered nowhere, kept in a shoebox under his mother's bed. Somehow, through a channel the CIA has never officially acknowledged, one of those letters reached Shahram Amiri in Arizona. Then a second. Then a third. Whether the Iranian intelligence services planted those letters as bait, or whether a single family member simply mailed them through an intermediary, is a question this file does not answer. What the file says is this: after the third letter, Shahram Amiri stopped cooperating. On June 7, 2010, something extraordinary happened. 2 videos appeared online on the same day, both purporting to show Shahram Amiri, both telling completely different stories. The first video was grainy, low resolution, recorded on a laptop webcam. The man in it looked tired, frightened, and spoke in rushed Persian. "I am Shahram Amiri. I was kidnapped by CIA agents in Medina. I am being held in Tucson, Arizona. I am being tortured." The second video, uploaded within hours of the first, was professionally lit. Filmed in what appeared to be a home office, a chess set sat on the desk beside him. The same man, calm, composed, speaking slowly. "I am in the United States of my own free will. I am pursuing a doctorate in physics. I am safe. I am happy." Which one was real? The CIA believes the grainy video was a fabrication, either made by Amiri himself under duress from Iranian handlers who had reached him through those letters, or made in Tehran using an impersonator. The Iranian government believes the professional video was the fabrication, a CIA production designed to discredit Amiri's claims of kidnapping. The truth may be simpler and worse. Both videos may have been made by Shahram Amiri, one for his handlers in Tucson, one for his handlers in Tehran. Because by June of 2010, Shahram Amiri was no longer working for either side alone. He was trying to survive both. In early July, the situation reached the State Department. An email was sent from Richard Morningstar, a senior diplomatic envoy, to Jake Sullivan, senior advisor to Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. It was dated July 5, 2010. The subject line was benign. The contents were not. "We have a diplomatic, psychological issue, not a legal one. Our friend has to be given a way out." Our friend. In the entire trove of 30,000 emails later released from Clinton's private server, Shahram Amiri is never named. He is only ever our friend and the gentleman. 7 days later, on July 12th, Jake Sullivan sent Hillary Clinton a follow-up. "The gentleman you have talked to Bill Burns about has apparently gone to his country's interests section because he is unhappy with how much time it has taken to facilitate his departure." Translation: Shahram Amiri had walked out of his CIA safe house, taken a taxi to Washington, D.C., and presented himself at the Iranian interests section at the Pakistani Embassy. He was asking to go home. The next morning, July 13, 2010, Hillary Clinton held a press conference. For the first time in over a year, the United States government acknowledged that Shahram Amiri had been in the country. Her exact words were, "Mr. Amiri has been in the United States of his own free will, and he is free to go." Free to go. the most valuable human intelligence asset America had ever cultivated inside the Iranian nuclear program, walked out the door, carrying every secret he had been debriefed about for the previous 11 months. Back to the country that had been hunting him. 48 hours later, a plane from Washington landed in Tehran. Shahram Amiri was about to become a hero. For exactly 29 days. July 15th, 2010. Imam Khomeini International Airport, Tehran. The plane lands on time. Shahram Amiri steps off the aircraft into a sea of cameras, flowers, and officials in dark suits. State television is broadcasting live. Somewhere in the crowd, his wife Azhar is holding their son Amir Hossein by the hand. The boy is clutching a bouquet of red roses half his own size. When Amir Hossein sees his father for the first time in almost 13 months, he runs. The photograph from that moment is one of the most reproduced images in the Iranian State Archive. A 7-year-old boy, mid-stride, roses flying, running toward a man in a dark suit whose arms are already open. It is a photograph of a homecoming. It is also a photograph of the last time Shahram Amiri would ever be free. The hero's welcome lasts exactly 4 hours. There is a press conference at the airport. Amiri reads from a prepared statement in careful, measured Persian. The words are not his own. The CIA drugged me. The CIA tortured me. They offered me $10 million to betray my country. With God's will, I resisted. Iranian state television replays this clip every hour for 3 days. Amiri is celebrated as a double agent, a man who infiltrated the great Satan's intelligence apparatus and returned home with their secrets. He is given a medal, a pension, a teaching position at Malek Ashtar University, and a promise that his family is safe. Then, on the 29th day, the story ends. There is no announcement, no press conference, no explanation. Shahram Amiri simply stops appearing. His teaching position is quietly filled by someone else. His family is informed that he is traveling for research. His phone is disconnected. Azhar goes to the Ministry of Intelligence. She is told to wait at home. She waits. For 6 years. What happened between day 29 and day 2190 is classified at the highest level inside Iran. But the outline can be reconstructed from prison records, leaked court transcripts, and the testimony of former inmates who survived the facility where he was held. Evin Prison, Ward 2A, reserved for those accused of crimes against national security. For the first 18 months, Amiri was interrogated almost continuously by different teams, in different rooms, with different methods. The ministry wanted to know everything the CIA had asked him. They also wanted to know everything he had told them. These are two very different lists. In August of 2011, Amiri was tried in a closed court. No jury, no defense he chose, no public record. The charges were read out in a single session. Espionage on behalf of a hostile foreign power, disclosure of state nuclear secrets, endangerment of national security. The sentence was 10 years. It was understood by everyone in the room that this sentence would never be completed. On August 3, 2016, at approximately 5:30 in the morning, Shahram Amiri was taken from his cell in Ward 2A to a small concrete courtyard inside Evin Prison. He was 38 years old. His son, Amir Hossein, was now 14. What happened in that courtyard is recorded in a single-page execution certificate, still classified but partially leaked in 2018 through the Paris-based National Council of Resistance of Iran. The document lists method of execution as hanging, duration of procedure 3 minutes 42 seconds, attending physician, time of death 5:41. 4 days later, the story broke in Iranian state media, but not from the government, from his mother. An elderly woman in Kermanshah received a phone call at her home informing her that her son's body was ready to be collected. She was given an address and a time. When she arrived at the morgue, she was handed a sealed coffin and told to bury him quietly. She refused. She opened the coffin in the morgue in front of the attendant and demanded to see her son. What she saw was confirmed hours later in her own words to a BBC Persian reporter who reached her by phone. "They gave me back my son with rope around his neck." Her statement is the first public confirmation of Shahram Amiri's execution. It is also, to this day, the only official confirmation from anyone inside Amiri's family. The Iranian judiciary announced the execution the following morning. Their statement contained one sentence that is worth remembering. Shahram Amiri had access to the system's top secrets and had gotten connected with our #1 enemy, the Great Satan. The Great Satan. 3 years after Hillary Clinton had called him our friend. So who killed Shahram Amiri? The Iranian government officially, but the file suggests a more complicated answer. He was killed by a web of people who, across 3 countries and 7 years, made a series of specific choices. The CIA chose to recruit a man whose son was 7 years old. Shahram Amiri chose to accept. He chose to refuse $50 million. He chose to walk into the Pakistani Embassy. He chose to get on the plane. The State Department chose to use the word friend in an unclassified email. Iranian intelligence chose to smile at the airport and to wait 29 days. And an Iranian judge, whose name remains classified, chose at 5:30 on a summer morning to sign a warrant. Each of these people believed they were doing their job. Each of them was. And at the center of that web, a 38-year-old man who had spent 7 years trying to survive every side at once. He did not survive. But something else did. A case file is not a biography. It is not a tribute. It is not a verdict. A case file is a list of the questions that never got answered. This file has 5. Question 1. Was Shahram Amiri a genuine defector? Or was he a plant sent by Iranian intelligence to feed the CIA-controlled information? The case for defection? He gave up 18 real names. Most of the intelligence he provided checked out. His demeanor in Tucson was consistent with a man who had chosen. The case against. Iran hanged him. You do not hang your own agents, unless you need to. Question 2. Who produced the 2 contradicting videos of June 7, 2010? The CIA blames Iranian intelligence for the grainy one. Iranian intelligence blames the CIA for the clean one. Both versions cannot be true. This file offers a third possibility. Amiri made both videos himself, because by June 2010, he was working for both sides, or for neither. Question 3. Did Hillary Clinton's emails cost Shahram Amiri his life? The emails do not name him. They refer to him as our friend and the gentleman. They were released in full, unredacted, in 2015, 5 years after his return to Tehran and 1 year before his execution. Was there a causal line from those emails to that courtyard? The official answer is no. The unofficial answer is that a man is dead, and a senator stood on national television and said his name. Question 4. Why did he refuse $50 million? Money was offered. Identities were offered. A country was offered. He could have had his wife, his son, a garden in the south of France, and a pension for life. Instead, he walked into the Pakistani Embassy with a leather briefcase and asked to go home. This file cannot answer that question. Only Shahram Amiri could have answered it, and by then, no one was listening. Question 5. Is there more of him on the tape? The VHS cassette labeled Amiri/Raw has been in this archive since 2011. It contains approximately 40 minutes of unreleased footage, interviews conducted in Tucson, family letters read aloud, debriefing sessions the agency marked "Do Not Distribute." Some of what it contains has been discussed in this file. Most of it has not. Not tonight. This is how case files are closed, with the questions still open, with the tape still on the desk, with the folder returned to the shelf. Shahram Amiri died twice. The first time was in Tucson, when he stopped being who he was and started being what they needed him to be. The second time was in a prison courtyard at 5:41 on a summer morning in August. His mother knew before the government did. A mother always does. Case file number 1. Status: unresolved. If you made it this far, thank you for sitting with me through this file. At the end of every episode, I pick one comment from the best question, the sharpest observation, or the most honest reflection, and I send that person $5. No gimmick, no strings, just my way of saying, you were here and you paid attention. Leave your comment below. I read every one. Next file loading. Case file number 2. The American Who Hunted Americans. Coming soon.